So I'm just a bit worried about the headlines you create with the things I say, to be honest. So do me a favor and try your best. So, of course, in a moment when it's in fact that you're not qualified, you cannot qualify for the Champions League anymore, that's a moment where, okay, because even when I knew after last game, so they need 1 point or whatever, the other two teams need 1 point, for me it was clear they will get that point. So I drew kind of a line underneath it because I'm a very optimistic person, but in these moments I couldn't see it. If it would have happened, we would have gone for it. That's how we prepared the week. So if they would have lost last night, yes, then it's clear that we don't have to change now the mood again. And I said at the beginning of the week, oh, that's it. And then in the middle of the week, I said, oh, all of a sudden there's a chance. So, but it's completely normal. I think in the world of social media, so many bad things happen constantly. I don't think that was one of it. So it was just a normal description of his situation, of his feeling. And in that moment, directly after the game, he's right. There's not immediately a moment to send any optimistic messages. But maybe an hour later, a day later, I saw him now in the canteen and he was smiling. So I don't know for which reason. We didn't ask him, but he was not in a bad mood. And that's it. We are in the season not since a week or whatever. We are for a long time here, and it was clear it's not from a specific point on. It was clear this will not be a historically good season. I think we said everything about it, that we are absolutely not happy with it, that we made mistakes, that we couldn't deliver often enough, that we were not consistent enough. But I'm not sure. I think the last 10 games, if I'm right, even after Dubai, since we were in training camps, so after the World Cup, was not everything great, but the amount of points we collected since then is pretty good. And if we could have done that over the whole season, we would be in a different place. So yes, of course there are reasons for optimistic views, because the things we showed in the last few weeks, that's definitely the case. We have another reason for optimistic view because of the atmosphere our people created in the last home game. After the Villa game, the atmosphere in the stadium, the way the club said farewell the day after that, how Bobby said farewell, all these kind of things are absolutely the basis for a fantastic future. So we don't have to make it bigger than it is. It's a football season. We didn't deliver what everybody wanted and everybody expected, rightly so. But we are still really united. And that's the good thing about it. If you can go through difficult moments like we did in last season, I think that's a really good basis for a better future. And so this, I find a lot of reasons for an optimistic view. But I understand as well that after the game, directly when it was decided, that you then, the moment when you feel it really, and it was for me not different than it was for Mo, even when I might have hoped a little bit less than him. I know that's completely fine. So, yeah, the dressing room is not in a bad mood. We learned to deal with the situation. There was no, we didn't get divided in one moment between manager and team, which is super helpful. We didn't put fingers at each other and say this because of you or because of you. That's all good. And if you don't qualify for the Champions League, the best possible place you can end up is the 5th. So that's what we did. And if you would have asked me that 10 games ago, if that's possible, I would have said, no, I can't see that. For that, you have to play much better, all these kind of things. And that the boys did that is really good. That it is not perfect. We didn't end up on 5th place because the last 10 weeks, 10 games, we ended up there because of the lack of consistency before that. Yes, we are very self-critical with us, but there's no reason why we should now put the head down and leave it there until the new season starts. We have, I saw very good signs, and that's the things I will take for next season.